What did Katy Perry say while playing Riichi Mahjong? I called a con and I liked it. The new Dora looked fantastic. I called a con just to try it. Now my Riichi or a Dora might hit. It felt so wrong, it felt so right. Don't think I'm folding here tonight. I called a con for the content. Thank you for your Twitch Prime, it's well meant. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. My name is Yusong. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Look, a little shilling for Twitch Prime in there. Look, first of all, if you enjoy the song or you enjoy the genre, maybe consider leaving a like and a comment. It helps out the channel a lot. Rap God, by the way. Second of all, we're praying for some good tiles, okay? I'm coming to you, open-hearted, asking for a hand that can reach Tenpai before 20 discards in, before 3 other players have called Richie. I believe our time is now. Last game, we definitely paid our penance. You know what I mean? We were suffering. We were eating dirt the whole time. Now let us begin the lavish meals of rotisserie chicken. What is this, by the way? This is not the good hand that I was speaking about. Okay, it's a bit of a struggle. He's a bit of a flirt, but I'm gonna give him a chance. Dude, I was thinking about this idea of prayer, and I was like, I might be evil for what I'm about to say, okay? The amount of times where I have lost or misplaced my car keys, and then, or like my wallet or something, and then, you know that feeling when you get like really scared that you might have actually lost your wallet? And you're like, oh my God, dear God, I know I've never done the rite of passages. I know I'm not a part of any denomination, but I promise you, I will go to church every Sunday if I find my wallet, if you let me find my wallet. I make those bargains all the time, and I've never kept up my end of the bargain, and I found my wallet every single time, baby. I'm evil. I was thinking about it, and I was like, dude, I do not approach these promises in a good faith manner. What am I, a politician? Seriously, I don't know. It's after some reevaluating, I'm like, oh, I could just be evil. Like, I could legitimately be evil. All right, this is a nice little hand, right? Despite the fact that our starting hand wasn't anything to write home about, we've drawn into some good stuff. We have a very easy chance or very reasonable possibility at Riichi Pinfu Dora as well. We'd love to see a 7 of bamboo in our hand. 7 of bamboo is the nut draw. Probably the 6 of characters is going to be our pair. Can I also tell you something while we're just chilling here? Let me just make sure I have the BGM on. I absolutely do. He's so scared from that one video where he accidentally left it off the whole time. I don't know if anyone else can relate to this, but I think, like, despite not being grown, what am I, a piece of corn? Despite not being raised in a family that was religious, and I don't want to conflate religion with morality. Oh God, what am I doing? Get me out of here. This is supposed to be a YouTube video about Riichi Mahjong. I will say this. One of the things that I value most in like a significant other or like potential dating partners is like a strong moral core. Do you know what I mean? Like I very much am attracted to people who have a strong sense of what is right or what is wrong. And keep in mind, that does not mean that their sense of right and wrong has to be absolute right or absolute wrong. Welcome to my YouTube video about Riichi Mahjong, by the way. Stick around. We're going to do an intro to philosophy Socratic seminar after this. But anyway, I'm attracted to people who like live life according to their morals, even if their morals might not be the same as my morals, which is why I'm down horrendous for Batman. Right, Lord chases the Richie. All right, so be it, dude. Our hand didn't get there in time. Like we were pogging up slowly but surely. This is okay. So the reason that I'm willing to get rid of the 9 of bamboo, even though it's not 100% safe, is because look at this. All the 8s of bamboo, all my apes gone. All the 8s of bamboo are visible right now. Oh, we're 1 tile away from Tenpai, aren't we? Oh, that doesn't help us get into Tenpai at all. Oh, some nights I stay up, throwing to a bamboo. Right Lord is gonna sumo. All right, I was thinking about throwing the 3 of characters eventually for a chance to get into Tenpai. Luckily, they don't have a huge hand. It's just a Riichi Sumo Dora. They don't hit the aura. All right, go off, King. I respect that. And we're not even in the dealer seat, so we don't have to pay the dealer penalty. That's nice. That's nice. I don't know, that's something that I find very, very important. You know, a sense of right and wrong. Which is weird because you've watched me play Riichi Mahjong. Sometimes I go bazonka mode and just throw all right and wrong out the window because I want to make a like a cool sometimes I just remember that I did this like a few videos ago. Senator, pull up the tapes. Paulie, load up the video. I'm pretty sure a few videos ago, I made like a chasing Richie and I said, this was born purely out of rage. Does this feel like a sane streamer to you? Oh, dude, I gotta go to like a hot spring or something. I like the idea of a hot spring. I've never been. I mean, myself and hot tubs got off on a wrong foot. Because, like, when I was in high school, a friend invited me over, and they had a hot tub in upstate New York, and we went into the hot tub. But later, my stomach got what looked like not really acne, but just like small, like some kind of rash or something. And so I went to the pediatrician. And it was like a real, dude, doctors sometimes kind of goated. Don't you love it when doctors prescribe you horse dewormer, by the way? The doctor had a real like Dr. House moment where like, they were like, have you been in a hot tub recently? And I was like, what? And he was like, you know, this type of thing can happen if the hot tub, like sometimes there's like bacteria in hot tubs, it'll just go away. And if it doesn't, like give me a call. And I was like, holy moly. Now, did they do the Dr. House thing where they like insulted me a little first? Like low self-confidence, kind of short. Nothing to write home about. Right Lord chases with the Dora. What am I, who? Whoa! Oh, this is so bad playing Riichi Mahjong. I think I go for it because guess what? Bozos, the official fan name for this channel. Oh my God, I'm gonna deal in with the white dragon. Oh my God. This is, dude, I promise this is a little bit calculated. A little bit calculated in the sense that like, 4 of circles was just discarded. I can get rid of the 7, even though it's not 100% safe, because of Suji Gaming. That 4 passed, which means that nobody in their hand currently has a 5 and 6 of circles. So I was like, the 7 is worth it. It's a single tile wait for the 5 of characters, right? Usually, no one discards a 5 of characters because it's too risky, right? I'm playing with a bunch of babies here. Wham, wham. But 2 players had already called Richie, and this was my time to slurp. This was my time to slurp. You know what I mean? Other people don't have the luxury of playing defensively, and it's like a gambit. Like that you just gotta relinquish your soul and let the spirits take you wherever they might take you. You know, that is genuinely how I feel about that last gen. And look at this, so rewarded. I mean, not really rewarded, but just you love to see a pair of the red dragons. Matriculating, or what is it called? Just accumulating in your hand, I guess. I'll even pawn here. Maybe this is a little too hasty. But it looks like I could have a flush in the circle suit as well. We would love to see a red dragon come out. I'm not gonna lie to you. That would be the nut jar right now. This is arguably a little too soon. Like when a comedian makes a joke about something sad too quickly. Everybody knows what I mean by that. It's a little soon. I'm not gonna lie to you. What is this? A famous Korean tofu dish? Dweeb Dork Repeat. Hey, thank you for the follow. The chain in Los Angeles / maybe nationwide. So I guess our prayers have worked. Maybe the evil arc is starting, but it's okay. We should be a little bit more evil sometimes. Like, I genuinely believe this. I think that for me, I think I could stand to be a little bit more selfish. You know what I mean? Like there's two types of people in the world. Mahjong players and dweebs. No, sorry, dweeb dork repeat. I didn't mean to. Your username is so good. I'm not streaming right now, but your username is so good. It infected my brain in a good way. In a good way. Two types of people in the world, I think, right? And not really. Well, great. So I'm glad we're all listening to you, Yusong. Two types of people in the world. Those who run and those who deal in. Yusong, focus. I'm gonna need you to finish this sentence. It's sometime this century. Crosser gets the dub there. And look at how the mighty have fallen. Right Lord going from first place to fourth place in the span of like two rounds. That absolutely hurts. You hate to see it. Just kidding. You love to delight in someone else's misery. Like some people who with low self-confidence, it's your boy, it's a me Mario, could stand to be a little bit more selfish. And then there's other people who are very socially unaware, who could stand to develop some more empathy and could stand to honestly not be a little bit more insecure, but to be a little bit more self-critical. I genuinely believe that. I think that I belong to the camp 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me that you love me more. I mean, I guess like if we draw into a 2 of circles here, we're not necessarily that disappointed, right? To have this 3. I was kind of thinking that we would just draw into like a 3 or a 4 or a 5 of bamboo. Like those would also help us around this bamboo suit. Okay, I mean, the 899 is not terrible, although I was kind of hoping to use the 9s as my pair. I mean, it might not look like it, but we're 1 tile away from Tenpai. If we use the 9s as our pair, if we draw into a 7 or a 4 right now and throw the 1 or the 4 here, we're in Tenpai. It's a really bad Tenpai, but it is Tenpai nonetheless. Also, we should make note that the 2 of circles are gone, so it's just less likely that we draw stuff around this. It's less likely that we draw the 2, right? I think I could stand to be a little bit more selfish. And I think sometimes like I want to be very, very careful about my language here. Dude, I don't think I call the Richie here. I think I wait for a better Richie. I genuinely think that I wait for a better Richie. How do I improve this hand? I mean, right now we have a 3-5 shape. If we draw into like a 5, another 5 of circles or a 6 of circles, like we can, oh, there's the tile that we would have needed to run. That's okay. That's okay. We're in first place right now. I know this hurts. I know this hurts. Call me a rental car company the way this hurts. I think this is okay. I think this is okay. I don't want to get into a tricky situation where we deal ourselves into oblivion. I know. But guess what? Guess what? This is real Riichi Mahjong. I'm content not to win this round. I'm content not to win this round. Why? It is a Richie only hand. No Pinfu, no nothing. No Dora, no red 5. It's a Richie only hand. So the opportunity cost, if I'm going for a Richie only hand, oh my God. If I'm going for an all simples hand, let's take our time, baby. No, we don't got any rush. It's Miller time. We're sitting on the beach with some Modelo's. I don't know what I'm trying to reference, but let's just relax. Enjoy the scenery. Revel in the luxury that we don't have to call Richie here if we don't want to. All right, we definitely want to pawn the 8 of circles here. Pawning the 8 of circles would be great. Then we're on a single tile wait for the 3 of circles. However, that single tile wait could be improved very, very easily if we draw into like a not a 2 of. Okay, I don't know what to do here. I mean, finally, if we had kept that pair of the 9s, I guess this would have been Tenpai in a weird way. I'm not really sure what I'm even waiting for at this point. What are you waiting for? I don't know. I don't know. This hand is it's gone a little off the rails. What is the Dora? It's the 8 of circles. We have to be the 8 of characters. We have to be very, very careful about throwing character tiles like that 6 of characters later in the game. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we risk the family farm here. I think look. Here's the thing. I realize what I'm about to say is like very can be misrepresented super duper easily. So I want to say it very carefully, okay? I worked as a barista I've been in service industry positions where you should just be nice to service industry workers in general. They're guess what? They're human beings. You know what I mean? Right Lord is gonna slurp it away, and you know what? We weren't really playing that safe, but I'm glad to see it happen. All simples, mixed triple sequence, 2-door, red 5. Oh my god, a dealer Mangan. So this is actually not as bad as we thought, because they were in 4th place, and I thought it was this. We have 2 of the same characters over here and 2 of the same characters over there. It's very, very confusing right now. I'm getting disoriented. Help me, stepbrother. I'm getting a little disoriented because of the characters in the game right now. However, I think when you're being mistreated, like, remember when I was telling you about my awful furniture experience from a brand that rhymes with Molly and Mark? Like, that, I think I was too nice in that situation. I think sometimes it's not like, oh, you should seek to, you should endeavor to lose it on the phone all the time, but just like, I've gone a few years without losing it. You know what I mean? I've gone like, and by a few years, I mean like decades without losing it, you know? Because I don't want to be seen as an angry dude. I have a lot of fears about being seen as like an angry dude, you know? Like, oh, you let your anger control everything. I don't want that. That's not necessarily what I want. But I think too, like, sometimes you gotta just, like, especially when you're being mistreated, you gotta speak up, you know? Taylor Swift, I honestly think that Taylor Swift Speak Now, I haven't listened to it, but I gotta imagine it's about talking on the phone with a customer service representative and being willing to speak up for something. Please. Okay, this is a very scary situation. So Left Lord, the Dora is the 5 of circles and Zendaya is Michi. I am in 1st place and I don't want to deal into last place. I understand we're really, really close to Tenpai, right? If I had pushed with like a 6 of circles or, you know, something else, like if I had pushed with something else, I'm pretty sure we were 1 tile away from Tenpai. But that is like a misnomer. Being 1 tile away from Tenpai is like, you know, being 1 minute away from being a millionaire. Like, yeah, you can win the lottery, but like, the thing that's precluding you from becoming a millionaire is winning the lottery. And the thing that's precluding us from being in Tenpai is throwing the world's most dangerous tiles. Throwing the world's most dangerous tiles. So let's not do that and maybe say that we did. So, okay, a 1 of circles is gonna come out, maybe paving the way for us to discard a safe tile. Lovely. You know what? If the players in 3rd and 4th place want to continue swapping points, by all means. By all means. Richie, only hand, or Adora, but it looked like they had at least a double-sided wait for the 1 and the 4 of circles. That's nice when you can wait on a terminal tile. Some players might get a little too risky, a little frisky with it. Think, oh, I can push with the terminal. I mean, we've made that exact same judgment call before, right? This hand is god awful. What are we doing here? I am so mind broken by the amount of honor tiles that I have that I just straight up don't even want to discard any of them. Which I don't know if it's the right move. So what do we want to see with this hand? Oh my god. All right, well, there's the Dora. This is like a 7 pairs hand. I know how redonkulous that sounds, and I don't say redonkulous very easily. I'm gonna throw out the white dragon because the white dragon, I would much prefer that someone drag their appendages over my forehead right now. You know, it's the Dora indicator. There's one less of them in this game. I'm gonna need someone not to pawn that Dora, but I think that someone else genuinely has the Dora. Sometimes the game pauses in a way where it's like artificially inserted to give a sense of intrigue and mystery. I genuinely think that this is true. Like sometimes, like even when a tile is dead, someone will discard an honor tile and like there'll be a pause in the game. I think that pause in the game was a real pause in the game. I think someone has 2 copies of the Dora and they're, I don't know, let's test our theory. Okay, it was absolutely wrong. It was an artificially inflated pause. They're getting much better at fooling me. So we could have kept the green dragons as well for our 7 pairs hand, but I don't know. That was a risky situation because I didn't necessarily want to All right, half flush. I guess like that's the most exciting version of this hand. I could have even gone normal mode. I could have played this normal mode. I think I should have gone normal mode because we're in first place right now and getting into tempo would be a huge boon for us. Okay, that's okay. It's okay. We can still play a little bit normal mode. I don't know. I got mind freaked. Chris Angel mind freaked after that green dragon play. I was a little bit disappointed because I was like, well, if someone else has a pair of the green dragons, then we are never going to be able to win with a 7 pairs hand, right? There literally be no more green dragons left for us to, from which we can slurp, right? That's a huge problem for me because I love slurping. All right, we've amassed a pretty decent army in the bamboo suit. What are we, Orcish Bowmasters from the recent Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering set? That's right. He knows. He knows. You think I didn't keep track of? You didn't think I didn't make a mental bookmark of one of the cards that's become a modern format staple? Okay, we've seen enough of these circle tiles. We've definitely seen enough of the circle tiles. I will say this, at this point, I don't think that we're gonna win this round. Like, we're a great number of discards in. Left Lord's discarding some good stuff. Across Lord's discarding some good stuff. We got to assume that someone is going to call Richie soon. I'll discard a 4 of circles. We know it to be safe. We got these west winds and this south wind. This is a lovely position for us because even if they sumo, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, and if it makes you happy, then why the heck are you so sad? Like, we'll probably still stay in first if they sumo, unless it's like a literal Yakuman, and we don't have to pay out the dealer penalty or nothing. He doesn't run out of the rewind time juice or nothing. I believe I'm quoting Soulja Boy from when he was live on Twitch playing the video game Braid. This video is truly ridiculous. Like the cultural breadth that this video has taken in terms of like not philosophy, but like, what was I talking about? I was talking about something a little like highfalutin, a little hoity-toity earlier, and then I just referenced Soulja Boy. He's very multifaceted. He's a collage of a human being. We should not have been, I don't know. I think, you know, cause the Soulja Boy song makes a very like R17 reference to Superman. Someone is a very I don't want to say mischievous. It's a very lascivious act to Superman someone, and that was like you had to look it up on Urban Dictionary as well. Which, by the way, I don't mean to be a stinker, okay? Urban Dictionary is one of those things that I, like, don't really understand. Like, sure, it's nice to look up naughty phrases now and then. But nowadays, it's like, I think what most people use it for is, like, they look up their own name. And if it's, like, a positive thing, you're like, tee-hee, that's very flattering. And if it's, like, a negative thing, then you're like, oh, my day is ruined. like, I don't know. That doesn't seem like a great time, but I could just be very small-minded. I also, this is a generally unpopular opinion. And I don't want to risk, like, yucking anyone's yum, okay? This is an opinion that I've said on stream before. You know how, like, in Parks and Recreation, if you've seen the show, Ben's character doesn't really understand why everyone's so hyped about Lil Sebastian, which is just like a horse, like a regular horse, and everyone loses their minds over it. I have a similar feeling about the artist Weird Al Yankovic. Let me be clear. I like Weird Al Yankovic. Not only that, Weird Al Yankovic ran so that I could walk in my song parodies, right? How I've laughed at Weird Al Yankovic's songs. Absolutely I have. Absolutely I have. I take this very, very seriously, okay? But recently, there's been like a Yankovician renaissance where people consider Weird Al some kind of comedy like hero or like some kind of saint or deity. And I'm like, Amish Paradise was just okay. You know what I mean? It's good. It made me guck a few times. Oh, we were so close to having such a good hand there. Maybe even all triplets, 3 door, red 5, or maybe 7 pairs or something. Right Lord gets there. So this is unfortunate, right? Like we could have gone last hand a little bit more normal mode, and our passive play has resulted in us losing first place. Dude, I genuinely still don't think that we've done anything wrong. Watame did nothing wrong. This is the easiest half flush hand I've ever seen in my entire life, by the way. I hope that's understandable. You know what? Fine. I will happily take a redraw. Ooh, because I wasn't that happy with my hand anyway. The south wind I could have kept. I should have probably discarded this 9 of bamboo first, because I would have actually loved I would have loved another Southwind in my hand. We have 2 copies of the Dora, no album out. The rest of our hand looks good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe we can even squeeze a 5th shape out of here somewhere. Okay, I mean, this is looking like a Riichi Pinfu hand with my pants on the ground, where the west winds, the Dora, by the way, if you're just listening to the audio, and is gonna serve as our pair. Or if we draw into a triplet, that's okay. We can probably get into a double-sided weight with a Richie hand as well. What do we want to see here? We want to see a 4 or a 6 of bamboo. That would be lovely in this kind of a situation. What do we want to see here? A 6 of characters, like a 3 of characters, just anything. A 9 of characters. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. Where we might end up on a double pair weight. On the 5 of bamboo or on the west winds. Not only that, we have 4 pairs in our hand, no album out. There's a world where we also go 7 pairs. There is a world where, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I can't believe I'm ready to be hurt again, where we go for all triplets. That's definitely a possibility. It's not a great all triplets hand, right? Like the 5 and the 4s, like those aren't likely tiles to come out. Other people are going to be using them. If you have an all triplets hand and you, oh, okay. Nope. Absolutely not. You're just trying to make me look silly. If you have one of those, I'm gonna go this and open up the possibility for accepting a 4 of bamboo in our hand, because the 4-4-5 shape, like the 4-5 shape, is strong enough as is. We don't need to bolster that any further. Please, any useful tiles, I'm begging you, because this hand, and there it is. Oh, there it is. This hand can still get into a Riichi Pinfu scenario. It could even get into a Dama-10 Pinfu scenario. So, Pinfu, 2 Dora, red 5 as the dealer. This is 4 Han as the dealer if we don't call Richie. Okay. Guess I'll throw a 5. I mean, why am I throwing a 5 when the 3s could be a lot safer? I'm not really sure what my game plan is right now. The nut draw for us right now, undoubtedly, is the 4 of bamboo. I insta-Riichi this before realizing that all the 9s of characters were gone. I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe a foolish endeavor. Maybe a foolish endeavor, because now we have called Richie on a single tile weight. Oh, at least there's 4 of them still available in the pool. Now, the bad news for us is that with all the 9s of characters being gone, the 9 of characters oft gets discarded. He's got so hyped up on the Mahjong, he just said the word oft. The 9 of characters oft gets discarded. Leave a like and a comment if you're enjoying the use of the word oft. From a 6-7. When you have a 6-7 in your hand, call me the Kendall Roy. The way I'm referencing 6-7. Oh my god. I should not have won this hand. I should not have won this hand. I mean, I probably would have called the Richie regardless, because it's Richie, 3 Dora, 4 Han, and we get the sumo for the guaranteed Mangan. Yeah, I'll absolutely take it. As the dealer, 12,000 points. I'll absolutely take it. And I'm a happy camper. Don't get me wrong. I am a happy camper. Okay, this is a weird situation where we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 shapes in our hand. We would love to see another Eastwind or another Green Dragon. I probably would have called the Riichi regardless. Even if I had saw that all the 9s were gone, all my apes gone, I probably would have called the Riichi regardless. Okay, this is shaping up to be a better hand. I wouldn't hate drawing a third copy of the 3 of circles or the Northwind right now, right? Well, only one of these can be our pair and the other one can be our triplet. 8 of bamboo, looking fairly redundant. We have 5 shapes in our hand, and this could also shape up to be a Riichi Pinfu hand with the Northwinds as our pair. And look at this. This is looking nice. This is looking nice. What is the nut draw for us? Nut draw for us right now is the 8 of characters. One of them has already been discarded, and this shape does not look or seem very strong to us right now. So we would love to finish that shape. I would even accept a 6 of characters, just improving this 7-9 into something a little bit better. You know what? I didn't mention you, but the 5 of characters also helps us out a great deal here. We can now finish this shape with the 6 of characters or the 8 of characters. Both would be pretty nice. And now we are one beautiful tile. We are one short day in the Emerald City. We are 1 tile away from Tenpai. If we draw into a 6 or an 8 of bamboo, ooh, sheesh. Okay, 4, 5, 6 mixed triple sequence, also a possibility. Holy moly. I mean, this is a nice hand. This is a hand that I don't think I call Riichi for. Like, no matter what, I don't think I call a Riichi for. We have to be a little bit careful. Right Lord is looking like they have a half flush in the character suit. A Cross Lord is also going pretty hard, right? They're willing to discard a character tile into this potential half flush as well. Very spooky, very scary. But it means that they could have a pretty strong hand. They're thinking about something. Okay, they're making their way downtown, walking fast, chi-ing fast as well. Let's get rid of the 6 of bamboo. 6 of bamboo, a lot more dangerous than this 9 of bamboo, right? And the 9 of bamboo, I'm still fairly content to throw away at this point. Right Lord's going for character tiles. A Cross Lord doesn't seem like they have anything else in the bamboo suit. I could be wrong. The 8 could come from a 7-7 or a 7-8-8, but that, it did. It did. So I don't think they have anything more in the bamboo suit. It would be very, very unlikely for them to do so. All the 8s are gone at this point. The 9 is a very safe tile to discard. Okay, 9 of circles. Wow, a Cross Lord is gonna take it. That's fine. It moves. How are you gonna keep it strong? Move along. Like I know you, Mahjong. Okay, look, this is why. Okay, yeah. Oh, you suck. You're gonna disparage Weird Al Yankovic, and that's the best that you can come up with. Pitiful. Okay, I don't need your anime villain tirades here, commenter. Very happy with that. This, by the way, is a pretty decent hand. It might not look like it, but it has the makings of an all symbols hand, and we just want to end this game in first place. I'll happily take a 1,000-point hand. Please, a 1,000-point hand? Absolutely. We've got an embarrassment of riches in terms of the points that we have right now. We don't need to win by a lot. We just need to win by the tiniest of margins. What am I, the AI in the AlphaGo documentary? I was talking about this on stream last night. That documentary genuinely makes me want to cry. It's just like something human versus machine, or just like the human spirit and playing games. I love games. I think that games are genuinely, I think that games are genuinely rife for narrative drama. I genuinely believe that is the case. Like sports, you know, that's why a lot of sports movies have been made. That's why a lot of, like, you know, chess documentaries as well. Like those. You know, there was that documentary where it's not the Queen's Gambit. You know what I'm talking about. It's the one where Tobey Maguire played Bobby Fischer. Pawn Sacrifice. I watched that movie in theaters. Did I like it? Let's just say it was pretty Weird Al, okay? No. Sorry, that was rude. I'm so sorry. I'm genuinely sorry. That was rude. That was rude and childish of me. I didn't mean it. I was just trying to say something to be funny. It was okay, but you know how sometimes like movies like get way too high on their own supply and they think they're doing something so cool by being accurate? Like, oh, I'm about to lose some fans maybe. There's a you know how like A Star Is Born, Lady Gaga, Bradley Cooper? It's a good movie, but Far From the Shallows Now is a 4-chord song. And you could just tell that they were so pleased with themselves whenever they said the line, "How do you hear this?" You could just tell that they were like, "Ooh, we're such artists." Like, something was amiss. Something was wrong. As someone who has played, oh, we dealt in with the white dragon. Oh my god. As someone who has, you know, played piano my whole life. Oh my god, they hit an Oradora too. Dude, I always deal in with the white dragon at the most inopportune times, and now it's anyone's game. Oh my god. Or it's not anyone's game. We still have a fairly comfortable lead in first place, and I think that was still the right play. I don't think that there was anything else that we could have discarded that would have been that much better. This hand could use some elbow grease, I'll tell you that much. But you could just tell that they were so pleased with themselves. And that's the thing about pawn sacrifices, is that like you could tell that they were so pleased with themselves. And maybe this is just me sipping the haterade, right? It could just be me. We're playing a Crushed Dreams, by the way. We don't need the one. We don't want anyone else to assemble like a triplet or anything else of the one of the one of characters. We're playing a Crushed Dreams here. And I don't like it when movies seem so pleased with themselves. I think that Whiplash, despite the faults of that movie, I think is a good movie, and I don't think that they were super pleased with themselves. You know what I mean? I think they were like, they just like, you know, they weren't like, like, oh, look at how cool we are. I think they just tried to make a good movie, an entertaining movie. That's my media philosophy, and I'm genuinely very sorry, because in discussions like this, we run the risk of yucking each other's yums. And I do not think, obviously, I hold no judgments against you as a person if you like these films. I fully recognize that it could be my misreading or my vicious hating that could just be getting in the way. I'm swimming in pools of haterade right now that I might not be able to see, clearly, you know? All simples, by the way. If we win with an 1,000-point hand, we just win this round. And by the way, we have another pair in our hand in the 5 of characters. So this is a really strong hand. 5, 6, 7 mixed triple sequence. 2, whatever. We just want to win with 1,000 points. That's literally all we want to happen. If someone else calls Richie here, I'm pretty sure 9 out of 10 times we try our best to fold. And you try your best and you don't succeed, Coldplay style. But like, I think we just try to fold, even though it doesn't look great for us. Like all the remaining tiles that we have in our hand are really, really good tiles. But you know, there's still some hope for us. We're 1 tile away from Tenpai too. The 4 could come from a what? A 4, 4, 5. That would be the worst case scenario for us discarding the 3. We could discard the 3 of characters. It's half Suji to the 6. They don't have a 4, 5 in their hand, but they could have a 1, 2. It depends if we get into Tenpai or not. You know what? I didn't even mention this, but the 7 of circles is also very safe. It's Suji to that 4, right? They don't have a 5, 6 in their hand. They could have an 8, 9 of circles, but the 8, 9 is looking much less likely. They definitely don't have a 2, 3 in their hand. So this folding strategy is looking pretty good right now. Unfortunately for us, I'm now noticing that the person who called Richie is the dealer. It's not necessarily a safe tile. So if they win this round, we're not necessarily out of the woods yet. This is a Richie only hand, no Pinfu, but they hit red 5, or excuse me, they have a red 5 and they hit an Oradora. That definitely hurts. Left Lord now needs a miracle of a hand. They literally need like a Yakuman of a hand. It wouldn't surprise me if they just go for orphans or something this round. They literally need a miracle to win. So what do we want to see? Another Western would be nice. Another white dragon would be nice. This hand is okay. We have 1 Dora. I would like to get rid of it, but also it just happens to be a very useful tile, right? A lot of tile acceptancy can come from this 4 of bamboo, so I'm okay with keeping it in my hand for now. Fortunately, you know, the Crosslord, the dealer, has got a little bit of a momentum, and our lead is less than a Mangan from a Crosslord or from Right Lord. So unfortunately for us, we're not as safe as we'd like to be in this situation. Sure. In terms of tile efficiency, we don't need to keep this 6 necessarily, but this 1-2 shape is really, really weak. If we draw, never mind. But there's always the chance that something like that happens. Okay. What am I, a podcast by one of my friends, Spencer? my friend Spencer Crittenden has a podcast called That Happens. That is the thing that I'm referencing right now. Okay, this is both good and bad. Like, we have strong shapes and we're 1 tile away from Tenpai, but the Dora, like, this is a dangerous thing. If we draw into a 3 of character or 3 of bamboo, we're gonna have to discard a copy of the Dora, and that could get us into trouble, especially if a crossroad calls a Riichi right now, which they're taking a long time to think about something. This is bad for us in the sense that, and I'm gonna get rid of a tile that's close to the door. Maybe just cement the 4 of bamboo as our pair. So we're waiting for a 6 of characters, right? But 2 of them have already been discarded, so it's not looking great for us. Like, this shape is gonna be very, very hard to complete. What are you on, antidepressants? Just kidding. Call the Riichi here. Yeah, let's just, because otherwise we can't run right now, and left lord has to play desperate. They might just discard a Dora tile. The 9 of circles, by the way, I didn't notice this, but it is true. The 9 of circles is, we've set an inadvertent Suji trap with that 6 of circles that we've discarded. So I would say that our likelihood of winning this hand is very, very high. If someone's just trying to make good plays, even if they make good plays, so, sometimes to play perfectly and lose is what Riichi Mahjong is all about. So I like the position that we're in. Not only that, if we happen to draw the Dora, we don't even have to discard it. We can just sumo with the Dora. This is, yeah, now that I think about it, this is a very, very strong position to be in. Both a crossword and right lord probably just want to preserve 2nd place and 3rd place respectively. So like, they don't have any reason to just like risk dealing in. Although, you know, if they do deal in, it's not the end of the world. Like, they could theoretically try and push, and even if they deal in, unless they deal into like a Yakuman or something, like they're not in last place. They probably, the worst case scenario for them is that they're in 3rd place, and best case scenario is that like a crossword could get into 2nd or something, right? So it's interesting. Or right lord can keep 2nd place and protect the plate, you know? So I could see other people pushing, and I'm trying to manifest someone dealing into me right now. That'd be very, very lovely. That'd be very, very nice. Please, onegaishimasu. I'm begging you, dude. Okay, other people are good gamers. Even though I have a nice little Suji trap set, no one's dealing into it. They're going Omega safety, right? That 4 of characters is a little suspicious. That 4 of characters indicates to me that they are not giving up at all. So, which is good news for us, but I think our princess just might be in another castle. Like, the 9s and the 4s should be the first things that come out of other people's hands if they're playing safe. Right lord is just risking it for the biscuit, and it doesn't seem to be hurting them in this present moment. Okay. Interesting. Let's hope that they draw into a 9 or a 4 that they can't use. Wow. Okay. They've discarded some very, very risky tiles, but unfortunately for us, like the timing is just our luck is just not great right now. A crossword going Suji mode, they don't want to give up this. Oh my god, we deal a 5. Okay, a crossword like sees the writing on the wall. I think they're pretty content with just accepting 3rd place or something. Also, if they get into Tenpai by the end of this round, which is a possibility, we still repeat South 4, right? If the dealer gets into Tenpai and they're not in 1st place, then we still repeat South 4. Left lord, you got nothing to lose at this point. You got nothing to lose. They chi. Oh! Should have emoted. Honestly, should have emoted. Wow, that was. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, that was just divine. That was wonderful. I had a great time. I had a wonderful time. Thank you, Yostar. Thank you, Yostar, for this plentiful harvest. I had a great time playing Riichi Mahjong today. Holy moly. He is in there. Urgh. You know what I mean? Bastion of masculinity. It's not even a thing that I strive for. I chase the Riichi here, and you know that when I'm chasing Riichis, we're chasing waterfalls. What are you even waiting for? This is a weird Riichi, because you could win off of the 7 of characters. Can you win off of anything else? If you get a 5, does that mean that you win? No, if you get a 4, You can win off of a 7 or a 4 of characters. Am I missing anything else? Like, is a weird, like, 6 of characters or a 5? I think this is only a 4 and a 7. It's a nice chase, right? Like, let me just look at what the... So your deal-in tiles are... Oh, it's a 7 pairs hand waiting on a 5 of circles. Dude, just sit in Domitan. Or just wait for a zuzzier wait. Wait for a zuzzier tile. Look at this. You could have called Richie here and set a Suji trap for the 2. I know it's not that much better, but I don't like calling Richie here. When your Richie is like not, when your Richie is just not good. Yeah, they've got 2 of the 5 of circles, but I mean, you don't know that. So they're waiting on the 4 and the 7. Anything else that could deal in right now? No, just the 4s and the 7s. And we were very, very lucky to chase this Richie and to not get punished. But my thinking was, we had a safe tile. We were in Tenpai. Let the shadows take care of the rest, right? Let the shadows take care of the rest. So what happens here? You deal into a 6 of bamboo. It's a fairly safe tile. It's early enough in the game. I can't even fault you for that. I can't even fault you for that. Right Lord is going to slurp up your points. Yep, nothing you can really do about that. Probably would have gone for the same. Okay, this is a risky scenario. You are in Tenpai for a 3 of characters. You have to discard a 5 of circles to get there. A lot of the 4s and 3s are gone, but like 6s and 7s are not shown. Words may break, stones and sticks may break my bones, but 6s and 7s are not shown right now. What are you risking it for? Red Dragon, Red 5 Dora, a 3-on hand. It's okay. It's okay. Like this is a little unlucky, right? It's a little bit unlucky. You deal into a mixed triple sequence as well. I mean, they had a hidden mixed triple sequence. I can understand this play. I don't love it, but I can understand it. Well, what I have really folded here on the 1s, that hurts so much more. And the 1s, like, I mean, the 1s are definitely safe. All the 2s are gone. Maybe I would have folded with the 1s. No 6s and 7s are even shown right now. Okay, that's a good lesson to learn. It's a good lesson to learn. What happened here? Right Lord called Richie. You should endeavor to fold. You have no safe tiles with which you can fold. The safest tile you got is the 1 of circles. And that is the tile that unfortunately gets you into trouble. That's just unlucky. And luckily for you, it doesn't punish you that much. A lot of sumo gaming, a lot of fighting dreamers. Okay, what happens here? Is early on in the game. Are you in Tenpai? You're 1 tile away from Tenpai. What do you discard right now? The safest tile that you've got probably is the 1 of circles. Interesting. You throw the 9. I guess because you have a lot of 7s and you could use this as a triplet. It's interesting. Luckily for you, like Left Lord Sand is just visibly is only 2 hun right now. I think that the actual safest tile in this situation might have been the 2 of characters, but a crossword is going for a flush in the 2 of character or in the character suit, right? They're nowhere near close, but it's an interesting situation. I understand this. I understand this discard. It's not terrible. It's not terrible at all. And then South 4. This is just a terrible situation because you're in last place and you have to make like a break for it. I think you throw the 9 of bamboo here. Yeah. You go for all simples, Riichi, Pinfu, pure double sequence, red 5. Like, you have a great opportunity to come back here. And if you lose this round, you probably lose the game. But sometimes I stay up playing Riichi Mahjong. Sometimes you just got to risk it all for the biscuit. That's going to do it for today. If you enjoy this audio, you enjoy the genre, hey, maybe leave a like and a comment. It helps out the channel a lot. You can subscribe if you want to see more new videos every day. Stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. PST. Link is down below in the description, along with our community Discord and the VODs channel. Hope to see you there. Till next time, please take care of yourself and please be kind to yourself, okay? Talk to you soon. Peace.